Welcome back, Instant Potheads, my fellow Instant Potheads. How you doing tonight? We're coming to you from the south shore of Lake Erie on the north coast of beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. Today we are going to make the chicken paprikash recipe that Bethy Bean has submitted, our first follower on the Instant Pothead YouTube channel. We've got all the ingredients ready to go here. So we did a little shopping trip last night, got everything. I forgot the freezer bag, so I had to make a quick trip to Drug Mart. They really do save you the runaround. So we will start getting to work, and as the chicken paprikash comes together, we'll check in and go through the various steps. So looking forward to trying this out. Not going to lie, this recipe is a little intimidating to me. So hopefully it turns out all right, and we'll have a good dinner. Okay, we're back. I did some of the prep work here. Got the onion chopped up, got the celery chopped up, have some flour ready to go. So basically the next step on the recipe here is to place a flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, there's the salt, and 1 teaspoon of the paprika in a Ziploc plastic bag, and shake to combine. And then we're going to need, going to need to add the chicken and coat it, and then set aside. So here's the chicken. Let's, it's kind of hard to film this. I'm here solo, so I'm holding the phone with one hand and also trying to show you guys what we're doing here. So bear with me. Again, sorry the video quality isn't good here, but there's nothing else I can really do. So hopefully I'll get a better camera soon, so I don't have to use my phone, but we'll find out, I guess. Time will tell. So we're going to pour the flour in the bag here. And you know what? I'll tell you what. I think I have a better idea here. We will get everything in the bag, and then we'll be back when it's time to coat the chicken. Okay, we have the chicken in the bag, and the flour, the paprika, and the salt. So we trimmed the little fat off the chicken per the recipe there. So let's seal this up. You know, I really need to get a camera and a tripod. That would make this 10 times easier trying to film these recipes for you guys and everything, especially when I am just one man here. So let's seal this up. Why is it not closing? So anyways, while we're doing this, well, never mind, we're almost got it here. So I wonder if I just put it down on the ground like this, and we will shake. Cover. Woohoo! All right. All right. Getting the chicken covered. Wow, I didn't think I was going to have enough flour and salt and paprika in here, but it's covering the chicken pretty good. That just shows, you know, I'm just I'm no professional chef or anything. Just do this for fun and things like that. So just showing that anyone can do, you know, try these recipes, and they're not, you know, super complicated. Like I said, this one looked a little intimidating, but, you know, it's usually once you get going, it's not as bad as it seems. So, here's a chicken covered in our, I don't know what you want to call it, the coating there. So, we got to set this aside, and then next on the recipe is... Oh, and I apologize. Beth told me last time I should film this way, so you know, I guess it shows up better. So, all right. So now we've got press saute button on Instant Pot. Add the butter. As soon as the butter melts, add the celery and onion. Season with salt and pepper. So, I'll get that stuff all ready to go here, and we'll be back with the next step and get going on that. So. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, so now we have the 2 tablespoons of butter in the Instant Pot. It says to hit saute. Oops, sorry, once again I had it the wrong way. Saute, where you at? There you are. And then, oops, there we go. And then once the butter melts, it says to add the celery and onion and some salt and pepper. It doesn't specify how much salt and pepper, so I guess we'll just have to guess at it. I guess we can always add more later on if needed. So looks like we're on. So I don't know how many of you watched my shopping trip yesterday, but I bought this beer, this Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA. I thought it was the Juicy Haze IPA. Only to pop one of these open last night, and I'm thinking, wow, this tastes a little strong. And I really had trouble kind of getting through it. Only to find out I picked up Imperial IPA instead of Juicy Haze IPA. I'm like, this tastes different. I couldn't figure out why. A little more alcohol. But if you look at the label, 9%! 9%! So, yeah, enjoy these in moderation or else you'll be on the floor. But, I don't know, I guess we'll see how this goes. I had some Juicy Haze IPA left over, so drank the rest of those last night, and still have 5 of these guys left. So other labels look kind of the same. Good beer, but like I said, this one's a little powerful. So looks like the butter's starting to melt. So what do you guys like to drink while cooking? Wine, beer, a mixed drink of some kind? I don't know, I guess it kind of depends on what you're making. So, and we're watching the butter melt. Come on, butter. Come on. But you know what, I think we'll go ahead. Throw some onions in. What was the other one? The celery, right? Yeah, the celery. I know Beth didn't want celery, but hey, we tried to follow the recipe to give it an accurate review. At home, you do not have to add the celery if you don't want. And let's do some pepper. Got one of these grinder pepper things here, so... Oh, and the lid's coming off. So let me... some of this in there. Hold on just one moment. Let me get the salt and pepper in, and then we'll be back. Okay, so now we are sauteing the celery and the onions. So we gotta do this 4 to 5 minutes. So I think we got, I don't know, I'll do 3 more minutes. So my microwave clock says 6:50. We will move to the next step. Never hurts to look ahead. What do we got going next? Oh, next we got to stir in chicken broth. Scrape up any brown bits from the bottom of the pan with a spatula. Add the chicken thighs in a single layer, turning them once or twice to coat them in the broth mixture. All right. So, I'll saute a little bit here. Oh, and what else? I know in the first video I mentioned how I buy a lot of times buy the generic brand because it's just the same. A lot of, you know, as the name brands, the same factories make them. Well, of course, the very next night when I was out buying the stuff for the stuffed pepper soup, you know, the Rose Bowl was on, so I was kind of in a appetizer mode. So I bought a thing of great value frozen buffalo wings. And let me tell you what, they were terrible, absolutely awful. So don't get those if you're shopping at Walmart. And it gave me the worst heartburn I think I've ever had. So I don't know if it was the wings or if I'm getting old, because I had a spicy chicken sandwich from Burger King this afternoon, and I got some heartburn after that too. So never used to get heartburn, but I guess the older you get, those things start to happen. So maybe I'm done with spicy food for a while, I don't know. But the ones from the wings were a lot worse than the spicy chicken sandwich from Burger King I had earlier today. So I got about 1 more minute with the saute function here. You know, I have no idea if I put too much pepper in, too little. I wish they would have told us in the recipe, so. But I guess you just have to kind of judge it. And hopefully, I guess it's better to do too little, because you can always add more later on if it's not to your liking. But we'll find out. So trying to think what else is going on around here today. I don't know. I tuned into the Texans-Colts playoff game. Looks like, and that was a while ago, the Colts were up by 2 touchdowns, which kind of surprised me. So I don't know if that's still the case or what. But, man, just think, the Browns could have made the playoffs if Hugh Jackson wasn't the coach at the beginning of the year and Baker Mayfield was our quarterback. So, oh well, there's always next year. So, we are at 6:50, so we'll turn this off, and we will get the broth and the chicken going. So, hang tight, and we will be back for the next step. Okay, said to put the chicken in there. We said to turn it over a couple of times, so that's what we've done. And says cancel saute. We get the lid over here. So now we did the next step. We add the chicken broth, scraped up any brown bits from the bottom of the pan. We added the chicken thighs, turned them once or twice. Says cancel the saute. And then put the lid on and cook for 5 minutes on high pressure. So we will. This is where the fun begins. This is where the pot does all the work. Now I'm getting flour everywhere. All right. So, are we on sealed? I believe we are. Yes, we're on sealed. So, let's see here. Let's cancel. Pressure cook. Then 5 minutes. Yes. 5 minutes. And then we'll go to the next step. So we will let this do its thing here, and then we'll be back. And probably, I don't know, it takes about 5 minutes for the thing to get to pressure. So we'll probably be back in about 10 minutes to check in on the progress. It looks like next we got to do more broth and put the noodles in. So we've got the noodles over here. And then I think we'll be getting close to being done. So, oops, wait, hold on. Oh yeah, so the next, okay, so yeah, we got to remove the chicken and then add it back. So, okay, cool. Sorry about that slight delay there, but the Paprikash is coming together. So, stay tuned for more. Okay, we had to do the natural release, which I've never really done the full way before, but right when I was about to move the thing, the pen went down. So, it took about, 14 minutes. So let's open it up and see what it looks like so far. Smells good. Looks pretty good, I guess. Fogging up my glasses. So now it says you got to take the chicken out and put it on a plate and cover with aluminum foil, or I like to say aluminium, as they say in England. So there's one. The recipe called for 5 chicken thighs, but when I was at our good old Walmart yesterday, they only had when I called for 6, they only had packages with 5 in it. Yeah, I don't think this chicken is all the way done yet, but it does say we have to put it back and saute it at a later time. So, oh, geez, that's hot. All right. Get that celery off of there. All right. Well, broke apart. Maybe it is done. Huh. Well, yeah, it looks done to me. All right, well, doesn't really matter at this point because we're still not ready to eat it yet. Another little piece there. So we'll cover this up with foil and then move on to the next step here. I will be back once we get the chicken covered and move on to the noodles. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I forgot to turn the camera back on for the or the phone back on here for the next steps. But so we got the chicken all covered up in the aluminum foil. We added another cup of broth here and the noodles. Recipe called. Oh, and I realized I made a mistake. Recipe called for 6 thighs. The store only sold 5, so thought I'd clear that up for you. Called for 6 ounces of noodles. However, didn't seem like quite enough to me, so I added more like a cup. So that's, geez, I can more like 8 ounces. Actually, even more than that, because they filled to the top of the measuring cup here. So we have to now put the cover back on and manual function for 4 minutes at high pressure. So depending on what version you have, mine is actually pressure cook. The first recipe I made, I was so confused over what manual meant, I had to look it up. And that was like last year when we got this thing. So, all right. Well, that's weird. The pin's already up. Yeah, let's cancel. Okay, well that was kind of weird, but anyhow, we'll do pressure cook, and then it said for, was it 4 minutes? 4 minutes. So we'll let's make sure this is back. So we will wait on that. Checked on the Colts Texans score. Colts were up 21-7 before I got back in here. So yeah, I guess when luck comes back, they're good. But I wonder if Harbaugh, or not Harbaugh, what's his name? McDaniels is regretting backing out on that job last year. So I don't know. Hey, by the way, guys, should we talk about stuff while we do this? Maybe I'll stay on a little longer. Maybe we could do sports or whatever. I don't know. Don't really want to do politics. This is more of a cooking channel, but I don't know if there's another subject we could maybe discuss, and then maybe we can go live sometimes and have comments and things, or we just talk about general topics. I don't know. It's your guys' channel just as much as mine. So if you have not subscribed yet and you're watching this and you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can be alerted to all of our videos. We have, I'm taking 1 to 2 recipes a week. This is the second one this week. Bethy Bean suggested it. So we'll see how it goes. We're almost done. We're getting close. I'm getting hungry. So hopefully we can eat soon. Okay, so we have the noodles in there. We had it on high pressure for 4 minutes. That's to give it 2 minutes natural release and then move the valve. So as you can see, we're at 1 minute here. And then at 2 minutes, we'll let the steam release. And then the next step's calling for us to add the chicken back to the pot, saute, and return the chicken to the pot. Just cook just long enough to heat through about 2 minutes. So that's what we are going to. Oh, we're at 2 here. So let's let the fireworks begin. There we can see the steam coming out. And then once the pan drops, we can open the lid. Because it was acting a little strange earlier, don't know what it was, but like I said, I haven't quite done a recipe like this yet where you're opening and closing and opening and closing, so maybe some stuff built up in there that caused it to go up right away when I put the lid on last time. So while we do that, we will uncover the chicken. Sorry once again, I really got to get a better camera and a tripod. I can set that up and you guys can watch me do the cooking. Alright, sounds like the steam is calming. Oh, there it goes. We can now open it. Let's make sure the noodles are... Oh, wow. All right. Don't want to get my cord messed up there. Let's see. Yeah, these noodles definitely seem done. Maybe overdone. So, at any rate, we've got to put the chicken in the pot to finish, press saute button. All right. Saute. Here, let's cancel. Saute. And then we'll add the chicken back. Get this a little closer. All right. Alright. Kind of weird they have you saute the chicken, but then again, what do I know? Like I said, I am not a trained chef by any stretch of the imagination. That one just broke apart too. Alright, well, it is what it is, what it is. Cook long enough to heat through. This is 2 minutes. All right, well, I might give it just a little longer than that. So we saute the chicken. We'll wait on this, and then we'll be back for the next step. Looks like next we got to transfer the noodles and chicken to a serving platter, set aside. Add sour cream and tomato paste to the sauce and whisk until smooth. Spoon sauce over chicken and serve chicken and noodles and serve immediately. So we are about at the end of the road here. So we will keep you posted. Okay, so we sauteed the chicken. Now we need to, with a slotted spoon, transfer the noodles and chicken to a serving platter. All right, well, let's find one of those. Oh, come on. Get my drawer here. Hold on. Let me just grab that real quick. Okay, sorry about that, guys. And now it says to use a slotted spoon. Unfortunately, this was the only slotted spoon I could find. So, hopefully, it will work for us here. So, because the next step, we pretty much create the sauce. The thing is, this chicken is already breaking apart. Oh dear, the noodles are starting to stick. Shit. Alright, well, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, and the chicken is definitely cooked through. So my concern here is these noodles seem to have gotten stuck on the bottom, and I think they should have had us maybe remove the noodles before we sauteed the chicken. Sometimes the stuff gets burned onto the bottom of this. I'll give you a burn notice. So, hold on, let me get a pot holder and we'll try to scoop the rest of this out. Just a moment. Let's see my beautiful ceiling. Alright, well, I'm going to work on getting the rest of this out. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, here's what's left in there. A lot of it got stuck to the bottom. Here's the noodles and the chicken. So now we've got to do a what is it, a teaspoon of the and sour cream and tomato paste. I think it was 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. So kind of sucks I got all this can of tomato paste here, and probably won't use it the rest of it. But hey, the good news is it was only 40 cents, so no big loss there. So let me just get this smoothed out. All right, so we'll add that to the sauce in there. Yeah, all right, a little more. We'll scoop out with the spoon here. Oh, I forgot to look for a whisk. Then we've got, get another spoon here real quick. Hold on, people, just 1 second. Okay, so now we've got, what is it? 1/4 cup sour cream. So put that over there. That's a lot of sour cream. All right, let me get that in there. Oh. Okay, YouTube crashed there or something a little bit ago. So, anyways, I got the sour cream and tomato paste in here. We're whisking. Not gonna lie, a little skeptical here on this, but we'll see. Like I said, all these noodles got stuck on the bottom here. And let's see, so whisk until smooth. Spoon sauce over chicken and noodles. Serve immediately. Alright, well, hey, looks kind of starting to look a little like chicken paprikash stuff. Alright, let's get a spoon here and we'll spoon it over the, actually I'm going to use the pot holder to just tip it. So we'll be back in a moment for a taste test. Okay, just had a couple bites here. It actually did not turn out that bad. So I think it was just so frustrating, all the stuff sticking on the bottom. But maybe it could have a little more flavor. Maybe I'll try adding some more pepper to it. But not bad. I mean, it's a personal thing. I followed the recipe to a T, or at least tried to. Is that I kind of prefer the kind of paprikash that's like all shredded and mixed in with like spatchel noodles or whatever. But that's just a personal preference. But like I said, this is not bad. Don't know if I'll make it again. It was kind of a complicated recipe, but I guess you got to practice those as well. So a lot of steps to it. The other thing, the way the recipe was written, I really wish they would have put them, because sometimes they put the measurements in the description. Here, let me go get the thing. So where is it? Got my pug pot holder there. So up here it tells you how much salt and paprika, and then you go where was it? Wherever they had you add the pepper, or right here it tells you, add the tomato paste and the sour cream, but it doesn't tell you how much. So it'll just be convenient if they just put it in one place. You don't have to keep flipping the thing around. And one spot, they didn't even tell you how much pepper you needed. So maybe I'll try a little more pepper, see how that is. And then I will probably post another video with the final review. I don't know, maybe tomorrow or the following day. So there you have it. The chicken paprikash. Like I said, not that bad. Not something, that I'm saying, wow, this is awesome and great, but it's, it's good. I think a little more effort than it's worth, but still not bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I want to finish eating, and all my Instant Pot heads out there, If you have a recipe you want me to try, submit it. We'll make it and give a review. So thanks for following. If you like what you see here, subscribe, hit the likes, and we'll talk to you later. I'm out.